adventure of the clouded Kokoro.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back.
Oh.
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Well. Okay. I'm wondering why all these cases are being framed from, like, Dr. Wilson's memoirs. He's been dead. How I'm not gonna question. Never mind. Did you sleep last night? No, not at all. An enormous hotel, wasn't it? I wonder if I'm gonna get accused of murder again. Good potential, honestly. The rooms were so luxurious, I felt we were staying at a palace. With all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. The enormous beds. For my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh, yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learned we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. I really am sorry. Oh, never mind. I must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. London is a scary place. Good morning to you at this early hour. Oops. You. Hi. Oh, yes, well... Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Son is pretty, isn't she? She hasn't had an island, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of the events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student of the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. Why are there birds? My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. review of your new appointment. I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take him on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? Flashback. Culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Zyt's, it's been a pleasure, so it has. As for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. I do feel like shanked the guy. Anyway, irrelevant. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilden really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it's just that he never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Magnus McGilded passed away, immediately following the trial. Esquisse? Esquisse? Mr. McGilded is dead? Oh, okay. So the birds are just there for dramatic effect. I see. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Okay. How and why and when? What? Wait, already know the when. Immediately after the trial. How and why? What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Yes, of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. Oh. Could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already. Police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded. That's awful! The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention is elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Looking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. What inspection? I'm going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard has had any Mr. McGilden talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. The matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. I'm gonna go through all of this. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was wow. Mr. Naruhodo means the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Sasaki-san has such a way with words. You seem to have a way of failing to find out. Are you psychic? Or is Naruhodo just really expressive? The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. Most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate. But your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? Is someone going to save? Now let's find out about this new case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Oh, tell me. The murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Don't worry. It's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did you just read my mind? Why are you concerned about him and not Sasako, who's been doing that since the beginning of the game, practically? That is to say, no one has died. As yet. And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. Ah. So the trial's tomorrow. I mean, that's not today. There is that. That is what I was concerned about. Everything alright? Oh, yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilden's trial. Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh, if the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. Here we go again. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh, another thing? Continue. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. Something very important that I have to do. Very important. What exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he ever made it in Great Britain. You're out of time. Well, thank you for enlightening the Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Sogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. Look, my beverage. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell. Goodbye. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we'd better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. Hi, hello. I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Fish and chips. Tasty. Could we trouble you? What do you think? Ah, lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Real friendly guy, isn't he? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know? Yes, I'm looking up the words. Sato-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man. A very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Imagine what the other officers there will be saying. Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. All because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatter. Eat our cups apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. Eh? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue. Eh? It's a lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable. How'd she pull that off? Pretty girl. Versus kind of disheveled-looking lawyer boy. So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. His name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson. Let me guess, he's been in the Herlock Sholmes magazine, whatnot. What's the matter with Sato-san? Detective maybe need something to her? Yes, we're going to go through all the dialogues. Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact. Very well? Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Rants magazine? Right! Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? You rivalry, Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible. I have a feeling he is not going to be happy with us comparing them. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. But he does come up with the goods from time to time. Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. You've met Sholmes. I don't think he is a bit ditzy, honestly. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words. Sato, shh. I don't think this is as complimentary as you think it is. That's his highest praise. Well, Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see. That he is not. And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit, to start with, I was a little flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful. No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath. I'm sure. rumors about yourself, you know? Are you quite sure? It's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that. Gosh, you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you? I said they whisper. I can't tell you exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. Sure as eggs is eggs. That's a turn of phrase I haven't heard before. Feeling this detective is very hard work. Oh dear. Perhaps the sudden rise in fame doesn't change people. Okay, let's get on topic and talk about the case. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, couldn't be simpler. Oh dear, probably means, as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road. She was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious. Oh, good, she's not dead. Despicable. What sort of coward would attack a poor woman from behind? Suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Sasato tank takedown, wouldn't you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself. You've angered her. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. Barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question. Stop you right there. Wasting your time on this one. Sorry? Nothing you can do. No way to help the bloke die. Is he dead? Or in a coma or something? Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barock Van Zykes. No! Sounds like you've heard of him then. Oh yes, we're very familiar with Lord Van Zykes. Technically, we did beat him last time. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. Dialogue. Lord Barock Van Zykes. We faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGilden told us about him before the trial, didn't he? We love flashbacks. When Van Zykes stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. I didn't notice this was rhyming. Anyway. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. Suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector. That in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zykes, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty. Just jazz hands. Ah, and what of it? Oh, well, I think these even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the dependent. No, you really don't have a clue, do you? You mean, what happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Ah, Magnus Camilde came a proper in that omnibus when it went up the cliff. But I don't know. Ah, suffered a misfortune. Got it. Although originally it meant to fall off a horse. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? What are you saying? Look, if Van Sykes could get the dirt stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. That's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. Ah, the whole vampire thing, got it. Have a good long think about that if I were you. Really supposed to believe that? Right. Well, I've filled you in as requested. I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there. Was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place? That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You branded him a criminal already? Good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. Inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way. Inmate 53. Thank you. Well, let's go ask after poor inmate 53. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent... You could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. Which is what the inspector said. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? I really think you had to ask. After all, I am your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go! Let's go see about inmate 53. exactly. Feels like a dungeon. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse. Apparently, our client is in this cell here. It's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. Wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat? As yet with no name? Calling me by a number? It's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Mr. Naruhodo, what? Well, what do you think is going on here? I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. Oh. Hi, hello. Excuse me, but who? Shh, quiet. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it. Are you good, sir? Right. So, could I ask who exactly? There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? We mean you no harm, prisoner son. Are you Japanese by any chance? This is beyond my wildest dreams. I think he's not Japanese, but he's a weeaboo. Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land. Hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of the patriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment. Alright, can we chill a little bit on the alliteration for a sec? I could have guessed that the new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would be a fellow Japanese. Ah, what compassion my fellow countrymen show to dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon. What did I say about the alliteration? A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. No wonder. Be so kind as to tell us what's happened. Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example. Yes, I can. And I will. Shan't stay sullen and silent. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Misato Mikotomo. I am a visiting visiting student sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume. Soseki Natsume. You're dramatic. Thank you. And what are you here to study? Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. That, poet semi-explains the alliteration. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias. Great, Naruhodo-san. No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery. Now this is beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. But just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No! What do you mean? They told me to study English literature. That I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. What language do you think English literature is in, good sir? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I see. Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on whitewashi. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes, so I'm often told. Like to be told, it seems. Accusation. Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san? I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder. Losing my ability to words. Murder? Oh, no, it's alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? She was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes. Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What indeed? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Here. This case is becoming rather complicated. We expected that. We expected complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? The curse! Curse of London! It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. There at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. It's a cursed evening just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. Been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. I'm sure the bookshop was accursed too. as I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. Terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful. I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Saseki-san, the victim and acquaintance of yours. Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? You're a young woman at that. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. Hello. You are talking to us. Congratulations. I see. A young woman, Saseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Great. So the victim was unknown to you, and there was no one else on the street at the time. Creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? Conundrum. Sato-san, what's the conundrum? Well, what reason would this guy have to just stab someone? Well, if what Saseki-san told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says he didn't know the victim. There was no one else on the scene. He apparently fled without having been seen. I did! If that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. You! What did you just say? Nothing. I didn't say anything. Perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Saseki-san actually come to be arrested? You know what, actually, marvelous question. Because if he wasn't seen, and he had no connection to the victim, he didn't touch the victim. There was no one at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover he was there in the first place? Oh, yes, she's right. Did you report something? It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me. Oh, excellent. I mean, maybe I get to do another deduction show because those are fun. All the bad luck. Accursed great detective? Could be. I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody, be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes. I knew it. Okay. Mr. Sholmes? Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" It was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting dietary discrimination, devils! Clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That hairlock Sholmes. It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English. I've since found out he's a famous name in detection here in London. The great detective is really very well known. That his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak-stooped kitten of a man. For what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. You mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? It would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified, trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flammery. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point. My mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. I just kept repeating things like, "Yes, I do," and "I'm fine." I see. So he wasn't just arrested because of Herlock. He was also arrested because of language barriers. Next thing I knew, I was in manacles. Before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh, dear. Afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine. It's not fine now. Poor guy. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Not what I'm called, but okay. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough. Oh, yes. Alright. Yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. And tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? I mean, considering I'm apparently a better translator than you. Well, why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country really means. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. In place of. I can't believe locum is the one I know. substitute in place of. But that armband! That's the mark of the defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. It was my best friend. A keepsake? Thank the poor guy. I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, who do you mean? The lawyers. The British defense lawyers. They won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before. When it happened, there was only a victim and myself around. I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them. Someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before. In my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And of course the foreigner did it. Even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong. I've studied more English than half the policemen out there on the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it. Couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. So, Seki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Alright. You should be going then, Naruhodo-san. That's, quickly a series of words that you can call me. We have a case to prepare for. Briar Road. So this is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. Men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my very own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. Whatever about, you know? The helmet? Of course! I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your hatty dream comes true. Oh, hi! is the Japanese delegation doing here? Oh, Inspector Gregson. This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course, we're here to investigate. You've been to the holding cells then. What do you make of the criminal? Not the criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. See about that. Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. Doesn't bother me. Bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens. Verdict's a foregone conclusion. Cold air projection. Take heart! London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Let's have a little bit of chat. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place. The Yard, the most sophisticated police organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am. Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make him look the part. That policeman there with his helmet on. I certainly get the sense this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Yes, doesn't he look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes around and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work. He wakes people up. Yep. Raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit. I had no idea. Bobby works for the people of the town. Another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. The regulation distance. Can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. When it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps. Oh my. I suppose in between all of those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law. Not sure you could call it in between exactly, or alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit. Nobody's wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Why me? Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. That's the case. Happened at around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there on that open bit of pavement. Victim, a young woman, stabbed with a blade from behind. Right, the lady is still unconscious now? Mentioned she's being treated in hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pre-smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. Suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. It's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. Take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's yard policy to give lawyers, defendants, suspects the odd bit of information to go on. Haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. Local map. Anyway, as far as we know, there's no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Much of a head scratcher, isn't it? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. Sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. Ooh, do we have a witness? We have two very reliable witnesses, no less. The typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. Witnesses now? Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife. The man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard. Policeman. That might change things. This policeman just happens to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked. Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby. Catch him bang in the act and all that. I think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions. Be my guest and ask him what would you like. In court tomorrow. Oh. No doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. I'll give you something to look forward to. That's that then. Got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. Policeman witnessed the incident. It's your judicial assistant. I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. As a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Herlock Jones. What are you bringing him up for? Something I said? The color has drained from his cheeks. Sorry, I'm going to do the tomorrow's trial dialogue first. Twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. You going to defend him or not? Oh, makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole. Because the prosecution is being handled by the vicar of the bailey, you mean? No way to save the man now. Waste of time trying. All a bit strange, though. Alright? The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. To that effect. And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones. Master criminals? Violent ones? Right. He can't fix his victims. deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins. But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely. It's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but he didn't kill her. Didn't even say the intent was there. So this is the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase. Not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, there has to be more to it. Some reason he's taken it into. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness. You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. And that face the Reaper again. The Lord of Darkness, as he put it. Alright, shows. Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. Sure, that was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes's inspirational, great deductions. Fiddle faddle. Huh? Man's an amateur. Getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. Oh. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around, spouting incomprehensible rubbish. Before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Because he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble. Seen this before? Oh, yes, that's Advanced Magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any human creature's Sherlock Holmes tale at all. And I stop hitting that button. Well, there is an element of that. We've worked our socks off, every one of us, only to be trumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Let's be fair, Susato. You saw Herlock in action on Liberia. Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. No, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Exactly. Those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address. It's Baker Street. How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. There's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. Better try to find our way there before Sato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage! We're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. What a delightful snowman. I realize you looked at a tradition to make the snowman as well. Looks a little creepy, though. Oh, it has a scarf, look. You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. Wish I had one. Our budget is frozen at the moment, too. Certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his. The person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, I borrowed it. Much to warm my neck now, would it? It's covered in snow. Patrick's favorite must be where the incident occurred. This is a very wide open space, isn't it? It's true. Can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Huh? Oh, just think that conspiring with that mustache fella from Japan, are you? Conspiring? Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you an in. Go on. Shoot us away like rats. We should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. Oh, British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be written anymore. It must have been doing some breakneck cycling. Bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. Even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. Bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness! Do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just any occupation that involves taking both of your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometimes. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. I'm gonna call that there. 221B Baker Street.
Thank you very much.
It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I hope he's home. Cute little pinwheel. Anyway. Irrelevant. where the great detective makes his living. Feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Mr. Sato? Sato-san? Many, many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it! The romanticism! Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to slow your roll a little. Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can. Yes. So if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me. She's obsessed? Well, looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anyone home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Hello, is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello? Wait, aren't you? Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once. I'm sure it's the same girl. Mr. Sato, did you see the girl who was just here? Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? I think the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bavaria? King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein, of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment. Look over there. Tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you. I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too. There you are. Taking that with you as well. Looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, I take you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGill's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've met a lawyer from the Far East before. Or you have to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London. Oh, yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. He's supposed to look that color. Oh my, fragrant yellow mellow flavor. Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see? You must be exhausted after your long voyage here. You have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley. Mr. Sholmes to you, surely. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas. her yesterday after this trial. Only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? I don't like that she turned to look at me. Right at that. I don't like that. She deduce all those things, do you think? Perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Shum's suite? Oh, silly me! I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. She had a daughter. Oh. I live here together with Hurley. Ah, Iris is... What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you say your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Sato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. What are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikutova. Wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. Susie and Runo. More to this girl than meets the eye. There's so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. So do I. Why is everyone fucking psychic? It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? The Old Bailey? Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh, no, not at all. So sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. So at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Like this? Ah, you're back now. You left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh, yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Ginny? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found him. It's very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly! So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think of fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my invention. This girl was dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny here back here after words. They are my specialty. So she could apologize to my trusty technician. Your technician. Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Then, what's your relationship with Mr. Jones? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. And now I know where Hurley gets his little hat tip. Your roommates? Roommates. I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at last this year. Well, what of your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. story is there. Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. You have a copy of Rant's magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? Oh, I see. So the Wilson from the beginning of the game is not the Wilson writing the stories. That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It'd be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness. Last night he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. Uh-huh. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you're the author? Yes, I'll let you in a secret if you like. I'm going to call the latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, of course I know a snake might not be a credible fit to the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you? So do you mean to say that the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine all written by me? Yes! On my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Sato-san's getting more and more worked up. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I am a doctor of medicine. That's 10 years old? At 10 years old. Well, that's quite incredible. But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Ah, yes. I did alter the setting slightly. The story is to be more compelling. Oh. Well, sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow. I suppose it does, yes. Of course, Sato-san, she looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. Why is my ear itchy? A bit before. Yes, what's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London? I mean... Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How'd you know all of that? Oh, that's what you... Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted. although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runa. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said we'd only just arrived in London. How'd you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh, so I was reasonably confident you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today? Ah! You used those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me he'd caught a Japanese man who was falling and trembling. Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. There was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley's always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He's silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Your great deductions are better than Hurley's. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. It was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed the certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. It's really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please? So, yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah. The great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who'd seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. Short, shifty-looking, stooped man? out. The alliteration on this case drives me nuts. Seki-san said that he didn't see anyone else on the street at all, but it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Double-check his facts. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Scotland Yard is doing its best. They can't stay on top of it, apparently. Dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. Why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. The harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. We didn't see him there, though. The case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Natsume. Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson while you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Goody! In that case, give Gregsy this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Iris's postcard has been entered into the court record. Reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that it won't be a problem. Gosh! This will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men in Scotland Yard at all, we headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. And yes, I'll keep going a little bit. And at least get Sherlock Holmes in this. Looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes. Let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Hello, hello. I have a thing for you. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? Sorry to say I don't. Very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. I have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? That sounds like there's history there. Her ladyship? Give that here, at once! Come on, hand it over. That's for me! Ah! Don't wait for me to give it to you, will ya? That coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously. But it's a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee, that's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... Right. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. Yeah, of course, I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me fun of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. Sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding mustached Japanese fella. Lives in a right old hovel. Just over there. Look. First floor of that house on the corner where the wreck of a bicycle's propped up. That's nearby indeed. We didn't book it that far. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garradep. Right, well, he's here again. You make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector. We will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. So I have to use the move. That certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. Crooked and sagging all over. Actually, looks decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here. According to Inspector Gregson, that's the house where Mr. Natsume has his lodgings. Just across the road where the incident took place, I think. Must be awful for the second son. Caught up in something like this in foreign land. Guess who we'll find here? At some point, probably. Oh, hello. May I help you? Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb? Indeed it would, sir. And who might I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? Oh, that was a reaction. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Did you see that, Mrs. Slocum? It's a real-life English maid. I thought you were talking about the reaction to... I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. That was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Ah, this day just keeps getting better. Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way. Right. Good day to you, John Garadeb, at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwan. Don't you know? And a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Quite a climb here to the second floor, isn't it? Panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. You think so? Well, Mr. Garadeb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Trifle. Really a trifle. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Ah! Dash it all, woman! Be careful! Oh, dearie me! I do beg your pardon, sir. Jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right? Yes. I'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only too pleased, naturally. Especially if it helps keep complete. Words. The skills and talents that I have. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. Why are you This case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know? This old house, would you believe? Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... Eh? Ah? Nope. Anyway, the chap's investigating the coroner's room as we speak. Who's in Saseki-san's room? It's a bally nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garydeb. Please, do tell us. Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just a week? So he moved in very recently then. I have two lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor, one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. You see, there'd been... Ah! Dash it all, Joan! Do be careful! Oh, my goodness. I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was shady sort the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition. Always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. Except the tea you pour, apparently. He won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Is there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Oh, yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? My word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day, comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. The funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Ah, yes. Absolutely shady. An antisocial bookworm. Oh! Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Yeah, I've been having a good time. I do like the Ace Attorney games. They're a little bit silly, but I like them. Clarify something, I wonder. What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh! I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes. They're both below us. On the first floor and street level. How is it you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? Nosy, nosy. The precise times they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed. Ah! Good grief, Joan. Be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. She is not sorry. If she was sorry, she'd stop doing it. Doesn't add up here. Seems the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Is there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner in the Gary Deb household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It's been dusk outside already at that hour. The fog as well. I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Huh. Well, yes? Was there something? There's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time and here, there. Ah! Oh, God, Joan, watch what you're doing! Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. She seems to be trying to lock us out. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrido? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing of... Joan, dash it all! What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garrideb. What's the matter with these two? Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? Wish I knew. Well, when we came in, I noticed everything was all askew. So that could have something to do with it. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak? Yes. He told me Natsu's name. I'd asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' service? Teen boy, apparently. Blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean. Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, while we're there. We can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Perhaps. Hopefully. There's a cat. Smell it. It's so musty in here. Suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Sorry. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? Oh, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere, investigating. Sorry, I'm being distracted by the cat. Kitty. Hi. Oh! Hi. Oh my! What an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books quick as a flash. It was a tricolored Mickey, wasn't it? Did they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. The desk seems to be wedged into a crevice between the mountain of books on either side. Suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. He must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh, yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. And look, the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45. It's the day of the incident. It's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Second-hand book receipt. Woohoo! Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. Uh-huh. The best luck? Being accused of assault! doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. Why is everyone psychic? I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Look at this pile. All those books stacked up there. They almost reached the ceiling. They're all works of English literature. They all smell so musty. This volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No. What a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Speak for yourself, Ryunosuke. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile will ever be read again. So reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Trust me, neither did I. Ooh, papers. All these balls of paper on the floor. There are notes scrawled all over them. In English. Looks like the waste paper basket is so full they've just fallen out. I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you? Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess. I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. Okay, so both the piles of books count as one pile of books. Would you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So really it's just a wall then, isn't it? Why would anyone deliberately break it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah! Perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on in a fit of whimsy. He's only been here a week! It's alarmingly feasible. Whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. Oh hey! Would you look at that? You got distracted by all the books, did you? Good afternoon, Mr. Sholmes. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, there he is. Where did he appear from? Well, we were looking over at the other side of the room. He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Well, let's be terribly disturbing then. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, you two! Good day! Let me see, where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Burya. Yes, of course, the Burya. Let's see what happened on that voyage. It was Kazuma Asogi. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. The one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh, well, you seem to remember. something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. Is that Hilda? Pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo! And Mr. Susato! Incorrect. Try the other way around, Mr. Shums. I lose the first round. Yes, you did. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It wasn't an entirely trivial case, of course. Solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. They apprehended the second son in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvement. It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate can beautifully. It's Iris, I suppose. Mr. Shones, we have some extremely important questions to ask about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. This murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Let's have a wee bit of a chat then. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Saseki Natsume. It seems you were assisted in her arrest, Mr. Shones, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Is it justifiable to arrest him on so little? Sorry, Mrs. Saka, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe you looked Saka-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. Is everyone fucking psychic? It appears if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, crap. I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stupid patron of the crime. That doesn't make sense. A good detective of Scotland Yard may be following request of me, and I quote verbatim, "We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene." Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavements of the scene. From book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit, then? That I could not tell you. It was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Bibliophilia? I don't know. Do not be deceived into me believing I am a man of leisure. Leisure. No, no, no. Oh, dear. Ah, tell me. You encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garrideb. A retired military man? It's the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. It's the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is service. That funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much as my Great Britain primer. And so, firstly, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry. Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. No idea. It's for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garrideb. Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Figured. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. Dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man in whose lot is well in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Yeah, if I didn't have a window, I probably would. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window. Of sorts. It's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. My goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. So awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. I'm sorry, I was just doing something to like try and get spammers. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see. Squalid lodgings such as these, for example. Suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend living here in London is very generous, perhaps. Would appear so. Done a little digging. Discovered these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. The room is so awful, I should think. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. Matter not worthy of further attention. You sure? I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remembered that, did you? Will you be will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? Not sure. On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? Trust in their innocence. Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that indeed was my initial intention. There's simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. Word hard. Okay. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. Oh? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Carey did this? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet, our investigation has discovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Gary Dennis' secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Busy man indeed. Gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Investigate. Sum of 2 shillings tendered in receipt of the picture of Monsieur Lecoq, a meal for Gabrielle, Canterbury Yearnings. Suppose let's investigate this. We should look into his secret. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forgot his name, still hard at work down there? Depends how you define hard at work. Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes. Rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Mr. Sholmes is, in his element down there. Jolly good show. Have a cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Are you sure you want her pouring your tea? Now then, why don't you tell me what— For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for all of your assistance. Not at all, not at all. You don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you can see yourselves out? According to Sholmes, Gary Deb is hiding something. No other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment. Perhaps we should do some digging. Oh, am I allowed? You won't get mad at me, will he? He's gonna get mad at me. May as well get mad at Sholmes as well. Hello! What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes? Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over there by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, I, when the windows are dusk, it's a thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. Wait, he's not talking about, is he? Didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see in the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo. I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Garrideb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by a careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your hair. Oh, the kitty! Possibly, maybe, perhaps. Eh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Shome's conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Do you think he's like a tiger or some shit? And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Nature of the beast. Certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your first glance, Mr. Garrideb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. How you think he got a lion in London, I have no clue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is the piffle, I ask you? Piffle that shall be corrected, don't worry. In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact. You had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous. It is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrideb. At Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I don't think it has a lion. I believe I have made my point. You got like by something, by the way. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Now, Mr. Garrideb, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Bitch slapped by something. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being filled by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your face. Nonsense, man. I simply... But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that gives rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. Very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. There is no creature more dangerous on earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it, or was it not, once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of the lion I once saw. I don't think it ate the carpet, man. Yeah, I think the carpet got hurt by the missing candle. Concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Incorrect, 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 incorrect. Torch him! What's the matter with you, Joan? Pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. I think she's pouring tea on him on purpose. Because he ticked her off. Hence the slap. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. Oh. Sholmes. Sorry to butt in. Again. But could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again? Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed, it is the only explanation for the fact. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well. If an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt. Or worse. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus. What about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing, but I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Mr. Sato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Okay. What a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it! Excellent! I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Sherlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Nature of the beast. Certainly shouldn't take the reason. Picking it onto autoplay. There we go. They didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garrideb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did run amok here in this room. Something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it? We must follow Mr. Garrideb's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Oh, there's a bride there. Hell hath no fury. This photograph appears to be from Mr. Garrideb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. Something must have struck the glass directly over his face. probably the picture of pride.
Take that!
True nature of the beast, run rampant here, is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. This framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrett. And while we lament the fact her face is obscured, still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, horsepower that face. Yes, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honor might be stretching a point. Too late! The fact remains the beast, which so clearly savaged this room, was your wife, Mr. Garrett. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me with one gallant glance in your direction. It is? Incorrect, not the dress pocket. Poor fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garrett anywhere. It seems there may be a clue that we're aware of it. Who this maid is trying to hide. Or Mr. Garrett's wife would be. I wonder if the maid is Mr. Garrett's wife. Shwoop.
Take that!
Your wedding grooming gives us anthem clue. Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you're no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself. Oh my word! Yeah, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmised, this is the wife, yes. My Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a valley girl. Wah! Here, you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, and you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. Man has his pride, don't you know? Golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. Hitting the button. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are appalling. You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret. Please. Plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Glad to pose the distress this loss has caused you is attention. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel is revealed by that supporting arm. Incorrect? He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. As a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? True. Perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is intangible, though. I saw when he was startled that he had one hell of a welt. Clearly made by somebody's hands. Mr. Garrideb has been slapped. Never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing? A very limited number of candidates.
Take that!
I believe it is white. Smacked one real good. Then you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madame Joan Garrideb. Well, yes. Desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. You didn't turn and face it at any point. Places? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. Keep your other side from you. Well, now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves, what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage? I'm personally going with the other dress on the cannon. I saw that other dress. Although, I suppose if it is on that like pile of stuff. On the pile of bills. But if it's in that area, the lion never existed. The thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrett's wife. She's a person, not a thing. Yes, well. She's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. Not so hard it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Look at this. Look. Oh, it has a kissy mark. Bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrett is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. So it isn't. Note, written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Look next to the signature here. Lip marks with lipstick. What a passionate, romantic gesture. Well, if the guy's married, not a great choice. Any ideas, Sata-san? Oh, dear, I'm sorry. This bookmark is actually a love note, then. That probably has something to do with the bitch slap.
Take that!
Love note has given rise to the pain you suffer. James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Perhaps the sender of the note, certain Miss Mary, the fly in the ointment here. Well, it seems to have ticked Joan off something fierce. Ah, renewing the slap. I don't know the Bally woman. Don't know her? The note wasn't written to me. Just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It's just in there, you say? Right, that's what I'm saying. A likely story. Listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place. That note must have already been in there. The previous owner of the book was using the note as bookmark, you mean? Right, that's what I'm saying. A likely story. For heaven's sakes, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you'd forgotten, is John. A likely story. Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicion of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with a most ferocious bite. Hell hath no fury. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last and unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. Very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah. This time, madam, I'm afraid it's you who's revealed the truth. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer. The Tower of Cakes! Correct. Surely Mr. Garrett didn't eat the carpet. No, of course not. There doesn't seem to be any doubt. The state of disarray this room is in is a result of her wild temper. That's true. This is the last part of Mr. Shum's introduction that we need to fix. Need only to follow Miss Garrett's gaze, and that will tell us the true answer. Let's see what we can see.
Take that!
You're only looking at the candlestick, which is missing a candle. Most illuminating, my dear fellow. Of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. The remnants of the ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly giving the truth away. Devoured, not by a beast, but by flames. It would appear this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Garrett's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames. The most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Oh, he's up. Mr. Holmes, sir, I salute you! Perpetuated by a small fire. Elementary! These dashed long winter nights, you know? Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an act. Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. Place filled with smoke. See a bally thing. Caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. Ain't a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. Sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Valley furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Detective? You should have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Shelf. All my favorite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them. That was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. Terrible sight it must have been. There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is I lost my favorite book called Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes. Your notorious love of big cats coming to me again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. Poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Carnage, flames everywhere, and the old stick in full feather. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your street window on the street below. So they weren't witnesses. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. Well, Blighty could have been flattened outside of my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Awkward silence? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? What can I do for you? I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrideb's situation now. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? Can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret proved to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were concerned. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. No, that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrideb. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Saseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. I will give him my answer next time. Because, been long enough that I think I shall wrap it here. I will see all you fine folks on Monday, probably. Bit iffy because I didn't stream yesterday because some stuff in the house came up. So Monday is iffy because more stuff might come up. I'll try and be more ahead of things if it does. Monday, possibly, probably. Unsure what I'll be streaming. Hell, I might make an alt account on Phantom X. Because that's out, and I've been playing that. And I have the thought that Lufel is a lot harder to excuse than Mona. Because an owl is a much weirder pet to have than a cat. So anyway, Monday, possibly, probably. Unsure what I'll be doing. Might be Phantom X. Might be Majora's Mask. Might be something entirely different. But anyway, I will see everybody next time.